Some of the tutorials described in this section require the Renderworks module to function at their full potential. If you do not have Renderworks, you may not be able to follow along with or complete these guides. Here, we will cover some of the topics that were not detailed in the above steps, but can be exceedingly useful if creating any sort of entertainment or theater venue. Video screen objects give you an easy way to add customizable LED or front or rear projection displays to your plan. Select the Video Screen tool from the Spotlight toolset, and then click the Video Screen Preferences button in the view bar. Set the screen type to LED, set the screen aspect to 4x3, set stock size to 9 feet by 12 feet, then click OK. To place the object, hover over the left locus point on the front soft goods object until a smart point is acquired. Move the cursor down until your extension line intersects with the horizontal guideline. Click once to set the location, then press the Tab key 4 times to highlight the angle field. Enter 15 degrees, then click to place the screen. Select the video screen object, then activate the mirror tool. With the mirror tool in the second mode, duplicate, click and draw the vertical mirror line along the center point where the two guidelines intersect. This gives us an identical video screen on the opposite side of the stage. With both screens selected, select the box for Show Coverage Zone. And we can see that these two screens at their current size are more than adequate for the seating areas. This option is useful not only for making sure you have enough coverage, but to avoid making the opposite mistake of placing too many. Since this coverage is fine, we can uncheck Show Coverage Zone. Now we can set our custom texture that will be displayed as a lit image on both screens. With both video screens selected, click Edit Screen Image in the Object Info palette. From the Textures list at the top left, select the Silent Cell Phones texture, then make sure Tile Image is unchecked and that Scale is set to 100%. You'll see that the image sits at the bottom of the screen. To line this up properly, set the vertical shift to 30%, make sure Tile Image is unchecked, and click OK. With one of these screens selected, go to the right isometric view via the Standard Views menu. If the video screen is not visible, click the Fit to Objects button in the view bar. To view the completed object, go to the Rendering menu in the view bar and select OpenGL. The Create Lectern commands quickly creates an object with basic attributes and textures commonly used in conjunction with a stage. These objects are simple representations that, when created, automatically acknowledge a stage object and adjust their heights accordingly. To create a stair, first, switch to a top plan view in the view bar. Select the stage with the selection tool. Select Event Design, Create Stair. In the Create Stair dialog box, set the width to 3 feet and select the Flooring Bamboo Vert Horizontal texture, and then click OK. Click the point on the stage you want the stairs to attach at. Then move the cursor away from the stage in the direction you wish the stairs to travel. Click a second time to complete the stair creation. Finally, set the Z value to -3 feet 6 inches in the Object Info palette. This creates the same object as the simple stair tool. However, the difference is that if you first select the stage, then use the Create Stair command, it will automatically set the height of the stairs to match the stage. If you do not have the stage selected, the stair will be created at whatever height the last stair was created at. To create a lectern, select the stage with the selection tool. Select Event Design, Create Lectern. Once configured to your liking, click on the location upon the stage you wish the lectern to be placed. You will see that the height of the lectern is automatically lined up with the top of the stage at the location you selected. This command was covered earlier in the guide. However, the symbol used in the creation of the layout is completely open to customization. We will cover this in more detail here. In this example, we already have a seating layout similar to the one you created previously. However, we will now modify the symbol used and replace the single chair layout with a banquet table and chairs along one side, without having to change the shape and area of the seating layout object itself. There are a few symbols already located in the default libraries of Vectorworks that contain tables surrounded by chairs, but these can be easily and quickly customized for your specific needs. Activate the Circle tool from the basic tool palette. Click once in a blank area of the document. It does not matter where, the objects we are creating will be relocated shortly. Then press Tab once to enter the length field. Enter a value of 3 feet, and then click once to create a circle with a 6-foot diameter. This will be the guide for the edge of the table and the object we align and array our chairs around. This object is simply a guide for creating our chairs. It can be deleted once we have completed working with it. Double-click on the Chair 1 symbol from the resource browser to activate it for symbol insertion. Then double-click off to the left of the existing geometry to place it. Use the Selection tool and the Rotate tool if necessary to align the chair so that it is facing the bottom of the screen and so that the front edge of the seat is snapped to the top center of the circle. Select the chair symbol and select Edit Duplicate Array. Here, we will be selecting Circular Array from the Shape menu. The circle we created will allow us to easily select the desired center of the array. Set the number of duplicates to 6. Many users think that they then need to manually calculate the angle in order to array the symbols as needed. However, there is a much easier way of importing this information. We can simply enter the number of degrees we wish the array to cover, divided by the number of duplicates. So, for instance, if I wanted to evenly distribute 6 duplicates around the table, I would enter 360 divided by 6. In this case, since we only want the 6 chairs to distribute around 1/2 of the table, we enter 180 divided by 6. So that all the chairs face the center of the table without having to be manually rotated one at a time, enable Rotate Duplicates and choose Use Duplicate Angle. This means that any duplicates created will be rotated the exact angle around the center of the array that they are placed. In a circular array, this means they will all be rotated automatically to face the center of the circle. Select Next mouse click and then click OK. Since we have a circle already lined up, all we have to do is click the center of the circle and the array will be created around it. Now, we can insert the Table 72-inch round symbol from the resource browser. The table symbol will be above the circle, so right-click or control-click on the symbol and select Send to Back. Delete the circle, then right-click on the table symbol again and choose Send to Front. Select all of the chairs along with the table, then select Modify, Create Symbol. Name the symbol Table and Chairs Custom. Now we can go back over the already created seating layout, select it, then click Select Symbol from the Object Info palette, choose Top Level on the left, then select the newly created symbol from the list on the right. You'll see here our chairs are replaced with the Table and Chairs symbol we just created. However, the tables are not facing the correct direction. This is easily fixed. In the resource browser, right-click on the Table and Chairs Custom symbol, then choose Edit. Select Edit 2D Component, then click OK. Select all of the geometry in the symbol, then click on the center snapping point of the table and drag it over so that it is exactly placed on the 0, locus center of the symbol editing mode. With all of the objects still selected, activate the Rotate tool and click on the center of the table. Move the cursors to the right until you see the horizontal cursor cue. Then click once. Move the cursor down to the left until you see the vertical cursor cue. Click again to complete the rotation. Our tables will now face the correct direction in the seating layout. You'll see, however, that a large area of the seating is left empty. This is because of the custom cutout we used to create an aisle for the previous seating arrangement. Since for a setup with tables and chairs this is unnecessary, we will modify the layout's boundary line to a one more appropriate for the symbols we are now going to use. Select the seating layout with the selection tool, and then click the drawing boundary line box in the Object Info palette so that we can manipulate the boundary directly. Double-click the seating layout's boundary line. Then in the mode bar, make sure the fourth mode, Delete Vertex Mode, is selected. Click on the two interior vertices at the center front of the seating layout. You will see these vertices vanish and the seating layout returns to a solid rectangle. Now, to complete the setup, we will select the seating layout and to make sure that the seat spacing is 9 feet 6 inches and that the row spacing is 8 feet. We've now readjusted the venue for banquet seating without having to redraw and realign the seating layout. Even the focal point and seat numberings have translated automatically. The Create Views command will automatically create 2 sheet layers with one viewport each of your event plan. One sheet will be titled Plan View and will have a top plan viewport. The other sheet will be titled Rendered View and will create a left isometric viewport rendered in OpenGL. In addition to these 2 sheets and viewports, this command will also generate a seating count worksheet on the Plan View sheet layer. Make sure you have no objects selected, then select Event Design, Create Views. The sheet layers and viewports will be automatically generated for you. This tool, similar to the Create Views command, will create a number of viewports. However, this version of the command will create them on separate sheet layers without the need to manually move them to separate locations afterwards.